Going back to that game in the Bill Sudik Holiday Tournament against Alfred, they scored 91 points in that game, and no single player took more than 9 shots in that game. I was rather impressed by that. Michael Volkening scored 21 on 6 shots.
Wow.
So they're just being very economical with the basketball right now, as that 3 ball is off. But, I mean, this is a team that, it's a young team, but they've gotten to know each other incredibly quickly. And they're all willing passers. I mean, you have shooting complemented by willing passers. That's a deadly combination.
You just mentioned they've gotten to know each other. They started the season 0-3, and one of the things that Coach McGinnis said is he felt at the beginning of the year they were trying to figure each other out. And he and the rest of the coaches were trying to figure out who's going to play, and that's Volkening with a 3. It's his first basket of the afternoon. Who was going to play, what rotations they were going to play them in, and it took a while. But since that time, since that 0-3 start, they're 6-2 with a chance to go to 7-2. That's Duckett with a block over Eland. Now we all know that the path is Volkening gets a block, and here comes Nally the other way, that the path through the University Athletic Association is not for the faint of heart. It is a brutal conference. Physical, skillful. This is Ignis with a crossover. Off the glass, he doesn't get it, but he'll shoot 2 free throws as Seth Henry fouled him. So the ultimate test as to, just exactly how well this Case Western Reserve team is getting to know each other will come in the coming weeks for sure.
And needless to say, Ron, a lot of Spartans players already know that guy right there, number 12. I mean, he just got a very deep arsenal of moves and just offensive things that he can do. I mean, we've talked about it a couple times already that he loves to shoot from deep, but as you saw right there, he can take it to the rim as well. I mean, he's good with either hand, which is a rare combination, especially, at his age, being in his first year. That's going to make him a special player in this league.
He has 10 so far this afternoon. This is Meha with the basketball against Ignis. Step back 3. Connor Nally went way up over Eland and grabbed that rebound. Volkening with the basketball. Sam Hansen couldn't handle it. And then Connor not on the same page.
Connor Nally's got a vertical. I noticed that in the first half of the year. Almost reminds me of what Spencer Boyd used to do, although with Spencer it was just a little more surprising only because he was 6'1", but Nally at about 6'6", 6'7", he really does have the hops.
Howarth, cross-court pass, that's Henry with a ball fake. Working against Hansen, banged against Sam, Duckett with the air ball. TJ Duckett, how many rebounds TJ have in the opening half?
7, so give him 8, all of which on the defensive glass, so the Spartans are able to get out in transition because of those defensive boards by TJ.
Nally looking for Duckett to cut, did not. Volkening will bring it back out. Working against Meha, dribbles in, Eland stops him. 10 to shoot, this is Ignis. Nice draw of the defense, feed to TJ Duckett, and Duckett gets the bucket. He's got 11.
Just a beautiful pass by Ignis. I mean, that basketball IQ is up there. He just seems to know the right thing to do at the right time. He's just a very instinctive player, finding TJ for that dish.
Eland had it, then lost it. Here comes Ignis the other way. Sam Hansen looking for a screen, gets it from Duckett, goes the other way. Back to TJ. TJ, strong spin, 2 hands, up for the dunk.
Not many defenders, even if you're a great defender, are going to be able to stay with that. Got a feel for Patrick Eland, and there's a second look at it.
Coach Wingen wants a full timeout. We'll take 1, 2 on that Duckett dunk. Spartans are up 20.
And a special thank you goes out to all of the CWRU sponsors, the Intercontinental Hotel.
Have you heard the news? The Intercontinental Cleveland has earned its 10th consecutive 4-Diamond Award from AAA in recognition of its high-quality accommodations and exceptional service standards. Planning an important event like a corporate meeting, annual conference, fundraising gala, holiday party, or highly personalized wedding? Choose excellence in the Intercontinental Cleveland. Our planning professionals will take time to consider every detail and lead you through an experience which is proudly world-class. Call us today at 216-707-4100 for more details or to request a tour of our spectacular accommodations.
So Duckett will lead Nally, Hansen, Volkening, and Massiulionis out on the floor. 3.5 minutes gone in the second half. Spartans increased the 12-point halftime lead to a 20-point lead at this point. They have opened the second half on an 8-0 run.
And a big part of that has been there's just not one player who's taking a high number of shots. They're spreading the wealth around. The open man takes the open shot, and that is the right way to play offense.
You know what's surprising? As Jansen plays defense and Duckett picks it up, Volkening picked Eland's pocket. Comes Volkening the other way, looks left, goes that way. Used his body as a shield and missed the layup. McNeil quickly for Carnegie Mellon. McNeil splits the defense, drew the foul, he'll shoot, he'll look for a three-point play. What's surprising is that the 10 players who've played in Coach McGinnis's rotation tonight, 9 have scored. The only one that hasn't, Connor McNally. I'm sorry, not Connor. Yeah, Connor Nally, not McNally. Connor Nally is McNeil's at the free throw line. I've got my mix and Nally's and Neal's all mixed up. But Connor Nally hasn't scored. He's done a lot of other things.
Well, right, and it's only a matter of time before, he gets on the board. But Nally, you see him defending right there, and you see Ignis swiping at it too. Nally's got a lot of raw skills. I mean, he's got the perfect size for a basketball player. He's got the hops. He's got a beautiful left-handed stroke. Smart defender. Ten-second violation.
The bench at Carnegie Mellon, which happens to be maybe 5 feet from us, really wanted that call. They got it. Good defense by the Tartans. There's a look at that Tartan bench. Ignis in the backcourt. He and Volkening will try to split that pressure. Trap at half court. Timeout for Case. Spartans call the timeout. We'll take one too.
Inova Living is a modern, amenity-rich residential community located in Cleveland's Greater University Circle neighborhood, offering studio, 1- and 2-bedroom apartment homes. Enjoy all-inclusive living with convenient on-site shopping, 24-hour concierge services, a 24-hour fitness center, resident lounge, and more. All within close proximity to Case Western Reserve University. Inova Living online at inovaliving.com.
Eddie, as we're coming out of that break, just a quick look at what's happened so far this season. Wash U is ranked 10th in the country. They're 9-2. Rochester ranked 22nd. They're 8-2. You look at the rest of those schools in the UAA, though. Emory's 8-2. NYU's 6-3. Case 6-5. Then you got Brandeis at 4-6. Carnegie Mellon and Chicago at 4-7. Wide open look at a three. Shot was missed, but McNeil and his Tartan teammates will get another look. 5 minutes gone in this second half. The lead went from 12 at halftime to 20, but the Tartans on a 5-0 run right now. That's Meha. He's got 8. Duckett gets McNeil to go up in the air, and TJ drew the foul. He'll shoot 2 free throws. So TJ Duckett's at the foul line, just a 54% free throw shooter on the season. 1 of 1 from the line tonight. He's got 13 points. TJ with that high finish.
And in just a very short period of time, his free throw percentage went from about 44% to about 57%. It's about 54% now prior to today, but I think he was working on his free throws over Christmas break. I think that was the gist that everyone got.
Meha, ball fake. He'll shoot it this time from 16, in and out, and then back in. Ryan Meha has 10.
And Carnegie Mellon starting to pick things up a little bit offensively, so time for the Spartans to respond with some buckets of their own.
Hansen and Volkening, and Iannotti out top, looking for Duckett on the block. This is Hollis, 10 seconds to shoot. Michael Hollis working against defense. Hollis stays patient and then dribbled it off his ankle. Darius Inzar up off the bench. He'll come in. He'll spell Michael Volkening. Volkening will take a seat. He's got 3 points, just 3. Only averages 5 on the season. He's a possession guy, good dribbler, good against pressure. They don't really look for him to score. McNeil off a screen. Got by Inzar, missed a shot, and that's Duckett with another rebound. Here comes Darius the other way. Down the floor, Iannotti with a ball fake. And stepped on the baseline. Case getting a little sloppy. 7-2 run right now for Carnegie Mellon.
And if I'm not mistaken, I think that is something that Coach McGinnis had mentioned at halftime, that they were starting to lose their focus a little bit at the end of the half, and some of those old habits starting to creep back into this game.
And he also acknowledged that in no way is Carnegie Mellon going away. And the Tartans have proved that. They dropped it down 20. Coach Wingen called a timeout. And since that time, they're on a 9-2 run. They could make it 10-2 if they make this free throw. Check that. They could make it 9-2. I had given Sudduth credit for a basket. He didn't make it. He's got to shoot 2 free throws. This is Inzar with a crossover. Iannotti with a shot, missed it. Comes McNeil. Weiss, badly missed. Here comes Monty Kella the other way. This is Hollis, he'll bring it back out, hand it off to Antonio Iannotti. Iannotti splits the defense, so I'll call him for the charge.
Well, this appears to be one of those low periods for the Spartans. Not a whole lot working in their favor. And this is the time when you really start to feel comfortable in your own shoes. This is where you gotta pick yourself up.
Back cut, beautifully done. Zach Holworth with 6. It's a 12-point lead. Kella to Iannotti. They need it, and he delivers. Iannotti with his 3rd 3. Coach McGinnis wants a timeout. It's a full timeout. Here's a good look. Drive, the draw, the dish out to Iannotti, and he hits his 3rd 3. They've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 9 threes. 9 threes, I think, so far.
Sounds about right. 9 or 10. It's a lot. It's a lot of threes. And Ionati off the bench has been huge for them. I mean, 16 points in limited minutes, and this game is far from over. Definitely not crazy to say we could see a 20-point night off of the bench, but I think that's the offense run that Todd McGinnis is formulating. You just never know who could really go off in this system. I mean, it could be any number of guys. I mean, Volkening scored 21 the other night. Duckett had a big game at Oberlin. Could be anybody that really breaks through.
Well, you look at the scoring averages, and TJ Duckett's averaging 14 per game, but everybody else is between 7 and 11. There's a huge pack of about 7 guys that fall in that window right there. So you're right. Makes a team hard to defend, that's for sure. Tartans will bring it up. That was a big 3 by Ionati. It stemmed at least a little bit, just for a moment maybe, that Carnegie Mellon drive. This is Meha. He'll swing it back outside. Long 3 from Ryan Meha, missed it badly. Hollis with the rebound. Ionati saw a seam, went in, missed a shot. Hollis grabbed the rebound, ball's loose. Meha coming up with it. Controlling is Carnegie Mellon. Here come the Tartans the other way. Long miss. Kella. Lonnie Kella's going to pull it back. Coach McGinnis said pull it back.
And that's the right thing to do in this situation. When if you're playing sloppy, you're probably playing a little bit faster than you should at that point in the game. So I think the Spartans are doing it right in the half court.
Boy, Darius Inzar was, the best way to describe that is just smooth.
Would love to see him finish inside with regularity, because there's no doubt he's the fastest player on the floor.
Somebody got a hand on it. There were 3 Spartans defending. Hands up, good defense. Nally to Inzar. This is Darius again, using that speed. Kicked it out and turns into a turnover. Tartans the other way. Meha in front of his teammates. This is Holworth. Henry for 3. Seth Henry. He's got 14. Haven't heard from Seth in a while. He opened the game with 7 straight points.
I was just thinking the same thing. It's probably his first bucket of the second half.
Ionati gets it stolen. Inzar tries to defend, but doing a nice job and using his body to shield Darius Inzar was Zach Watson. Watson's got 7. The lead is back to 12. Hollis drew the foul, gets the bucket. Foul's on Meha. Basket will count. Ryan Meha with his second. This is Hollis. He'll shoot a free throw. He's got 6, looking for 7.
Well, it looked like the defender was going to stay with Hollis all the way, but a backdoor cut by Connor Nally forced him to switch off of Hollis at the last minute. The Spartans needed that.
Lead goes back to 15. We're at 10 minutes. 10 minutes left in this basketball game. Spartans trying to go to 7-5 on the season. Trying to go 7-2 in their last 9 games. This is McNeil to Eland. Eland into a triple team. Shot was blocked by Hollis. Spartans will have it. Ionati steps up, shoots the 3, missed it right. Eland with the rebound and Trying to steal it in the backcourt was Monty Kella. Monty's going to draw a reach-in foul. That will be Monty's second. Eland on the block against Duckett, got TJ to leave his feet. That was on Duckett. That is his third. Connor Nally's going to check off the bench. He'll come in for Duckett. I think TJ tried to pass that foul off on Ignis.
I think so.
He pointed at his teammate when the whistle blew, like, hey, man, that was on him. So Nally's going to check in. And Duckett will take a seat. TJ with 15 points. And does he have double digits in rebounds yet?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Oh, absolutely.
Henry goes up, lost his footing coming down, tied up by Hollis. Possession arrow will go Case's way. Well, he came down on 1 foot. We saw it in the replay. And his body weight was going forward, and the foot was behind him, and that's why he fell. It was just an off-balance landing.
Didn't see much contact there.
This is Kella. How about that? Monty Kella.
And if we get a look at this, you'll see, and we will, Kella with his offhand. He's not even really looking at the rim. That's just a favorable rattler right there. Unfortunately, it drops, and been a while since Kella's been able to get on the scoreboard, but with that and one, give him double figures off the bench.
10 points. Had 7 in the opening half. Took him 11 minutes to score in the second, but his 10 points off the bench have been absolutely needed. Boy, Connor Nally, you're right, Eddie. He can get up and get those rebounds. Kella in the corner. Drew the defense, drove, almost had another circus basket. Blocking foul will go against Zach Watson.
See, and this is where you bring a guy like Monty Kella into the game when, you know, the other team is pulling a little bit closer and offensively not scoring a ton. Kella, with his energy, he can give you some instant offense off the bench, and in the last 4 or 5 minutes, that's what the Spartans have needed. And he's come through in a big way for them.
Kella 3 of 3 from the foul line. All in the second half, he's got 12. Leads at 19. Largest has been 20. It was 55-35. Carnegie Mellon cut into that, cut it to 12. Kella tied him up, possession arrow. Tartans will keep the basketball. They'll have 19 seconds to shoot.
Good job, Antonio. Switch it, good.
Hollis did a nice job, left his feet, then recovered quickly.
Yeah, that was an excellent no call.
Kella with a hop, step, and a jump, missed it, and Henry comes down with a rebound. Comes McNeil with a little hop the other way, crossover against Ignis. Shot was blocked by the freshman. Comes Kella the other way. Monty Kella will pull it back. He'll take a look at Connor Nally and decide to go to Michael Hollis instead. This is Ignis off the screen from Hollis. Michael, he'll shoot that if you let him. Ionati with a screen from Hollis. Blocking foul inside. Foul's on McNeil.
You know, if you get all these guys, all these drivers, Monty Kella, Ionati, Masi Ulionis, if you get all of those guys attacking from different angles, it's going to be really tough to defend the paint for other teams going into the future, because those are 3 guys that have some skill finishing around the rim. Now, Ionati didn't finish that time, but they have good cutters.
Ionati with 18 points off the bench. And a backcourt violation, inbound on the baseline, stepped in. Not what you want when you're down 21. Boy, Michael Hollis was somehow left wide open.
That was just way too easy. Way too easy. But that's what's going to happen when you have so many great shooters, and they're going to draw attention. And Hollis, not a high percentage three-point shooter, you forget about him.
Seth Henry with a good ball fake. Beautifully done by Seth Henry.
And that is a beautiful move. Hopefully they're able to put a bottle on him, though.
Kella. Hey, he's just throwing it up.
Speaking of beauty, it's a beauty contest right there.
Monty Kella with 14. 4 of those 14 had absolutely no business going in.
Yeah, I don't know which one of those was prettier. I mean, they were both a lot of fun to watch.
Meha off a screen underneath. He's got 12. Nally for his first look of the day. Connor Nally with a 3. All 10 Spartan players who have played this afternoon are now on the scoreboard. Full timeout on the floor. We'll take one, too. We'll take it into timeout with that Connor Nally 3.
Have you heard the news? The Intercontinental Cleveland has earned its 10th consecutive 4-Diamond Award from AAA in recognition of its high-quality accommodations and exceptional service standards. Planning an important event like a corporate meeting, annual conference, fundraising gala, holiday party, or highly personalized wedding? Choose excellence in the Intercontinental Cleveland. Our planning professionals will take time to consider every detail and lead you through an experience which is proudly world-class. Call us today at 216-707-4100 for more details or to request a tour of our spectacular accommodations.
Coach McGinnis comes out of that timeout, rubbing his basketball dry erase board. Talking to Darius Sinzar. Sending Brian Domke into the game. That's Domke, number 25. He's a 6'5" freshman from Hoffman Estates, Illinois. .620 left. McNeil was patient. And his patience pays off as he found Daniel Weiss cutting underneath, and Weiss was wide open for his first basket of the now evening.
Yep.
And his afternoon has turned into evening. This is Hollis on the block, spin. Michael Hollis gets the roll. He's got 11.
How about the bench scoring by the Spartans here today? It has been just off the charts. I mean, Monty Kella, 14 off the bench. Ionati, 18 off the bench. Hollis now with 11.
Ball went high up off the top of the backboard. That will turn it over to the Spartans as Domke checks in.
Cade Kinney Shackelford checking in for the first time, too.
Shackelford from Torrey Pines High School in San Diego. He's a freshman. This is Ionati with the basketball. Double screen high. Shackelford now with it. Goes off that double screen, kicks it back. That's Nally with another 3. Connor Nally with back-to-back 3s. He's got 6.
And that's 11 three-pointers for for the Spartans here in this game.
Ignis with the rebound. Ionati with Meha on his hip. Draws the defense. Domke with the easy lay-in. Brian Domke with 5. Spartans 14 away from 100. Got 4.5 minutes left.
Yeah, they've scored 100 points 3 times already.
Meha with a step back. He's got 14. Boy, Ryan Meha, it seems like we've been calling his name for a long time. He's a senior. Coach McGinnis called a timeout, I think, just to get some guys in. So he has put in William Fitzpatrick. Fitzpatrick's wearing number 5. Also in the game, Ryan Alexander. Alexander's wearing number 20. He's got the basketball right now. So you got Domke with it, Alexander, Fitzpatrick, Cade Kinney-Shackelford, and then Connor Nally. Nally, the only starter on the floor, or only player in the 10-man rotation. It's Nally inside. He's got 8.
And that was after a scoreless first half for Connor Nally. So you see how quickly individuals can rack up the points in this offense.
Nice soft shot. Left baseline by Weiss. This is Ryan Alexander bringing it up. Alexander, a 6'3" freshman from New Albany, Ohio. That's a long 3 and a good one by William Fitzpatrick.
7 different players now have connected from deep for the Spartans, and I think we're going to get used to that over the next couple weeks. They love to light it up from there.
Domke grabs the rebound. Another quick timeout substitution. Both coaches getting players in the game. Coming in for Carnegie Mellon is Mecca Parker. And coming in for the Spartans is Winston Delk. Parker is wearing 5 for Carnegie Mellon. Delk with the basketball for Case Western Reserve. This is Delk with it. Looking for a teammate. Delk finds Shackelford, 3's in the air. They're all hitting. It is that kind of afternoon, now evening, for the Case Western Reserve Spartans.
Boy, 3-point showcase, no doubt about it.
Shackelford with the rebound. Cade Kinney-Shackelford hit the 3, comes down, grabs the rebound. Now he'll bring it up. In danger of getting it stolen, he does. Hey, how about that? 2-on-1 break. Winston Delk, using his ability to get off the floor, jumped up in the passing lane and knocked that ball out of bounds.
And he used all of his 5'8" frame right there to play excellent transition defense. What a night it's been for the Spartan bench all around.
Tying it up, Kinney-Shackelford. Fouls on Cade. It's his first. Matt Carson's going to shoot 1 free throw. He made the shot from the field. Fouls on Fitzpatrick. That is William Fitzpatrick's first foul. Good ball fake. Missed the shot. Down the floor. Rebound and putback was missed by Ethan Miller. Miller now in the game from Upper Marion High School. Is Kobe Bryant from Upper Marion or Lower Marion?
I think lower. I want to say lower. My gut says lower.
Shot was blocked inside. That was Spartans' Winston Delk going along the baseline. 1:18 left to play. Case on their way to a 7-5 record. They'll start their UAA season with a win. This team was 8-17 last year. A win tonight, they'll have their 7th win of the season. As you pointed out, though, Eddie, it's a completely different team with the exception of just really 3 guys. Jansen, Nally, and Duckett. Those 3 played last year, significant minutes.
But the good news is that most of the new guys in the rotation are Todd McGinnis's guys. So that's who he wants in the rotation on the floor. Those are guys that he recruited.
30 seconds. 30 seconds left in this game from Horsburgh Gymnasium. Spartans will make the Rochester-Emory trip next weekend. They'll be in Rochester on Friday night. They'll travel to Atlanta to take on Emory on Sunday afternoon. Six seconds left in this one. They're going to let it go out. 94-63 is your final.